Hi, my name is Faith and I'm a Survivor faithful, and today I'm going to be going over my top picks for Survivor Season 50. Since it's pretty much been confirmed that Season 50 is going to be just new era contestants, I chose my picks from Season 41 to 47. I did leave out the current season, Season 48, because I feel like we're still getting to learn the contestants, and obviously I didn't even pick anybody from Season 49 because it hasn't aired yet. So just between those 7 seasons, I picked 20 people, starting with Season 41. This is probably my least favorite of the new era seasons, so there's only one person who I would like to see return, and that's Xander. I feel like Xander is often forgotten about. When I see people share their picks for who they want to see in Season 50, I never see him in there. But I feel like he was such a fan favorite when that season aired. I did have Ricard and Shan as an honorable mention for this one because I feel like they were such memorable villains, but Xander's going to be the only one I choose from this season. Next is Season 42, and I would rate this at number 6. Again, this isn't a season that really stood out to me, so I only have one pick. And that pick goes to Amar. I know a lot of people might disagree with me on this one because A, I didn't pick Jonathan, and B, I didn't pick Marianne. I pick Omar over Jonathan just because I feel like he has the brains and the strategy. He's just someone who I think would perform pretty well in Season 50. And I loved Marianne. She was my favorite. I think she deserved to win, but I think I'm happy with the way she ended things. Next is Season 43, and going right down the line, I put this one at number 5. There are 3 people who I would like to see return from this season, and these are on my must-haves list. First one is Noelle. Noelle is just a contestant who inspires me personally. Despite her disability, she came onto the show and gave it her all, and she did an incredible job. My other 2 picks go hand in hand, and they are Cody and Jesse. Cody and Jesse are probably my favorite duo that we've seen in the new eras. I love the dynamic between them, but I will never forget how dirty Jesse did Cody. He absolutely stabbed Cody in the back, and as we saw in that season, Cody did forgive him, but I would love to see them both return and see what that dynamic looks like. Next up is Season 44, and this is my second favorite of the new era seasons. My first pick is an absolute given, and I feel like it's who everybody has on their list, and it's Carolyn. Carolyn is such an underdog, and she's so entertaining. I just watched her on the recent season of The Traitors, but I need to have her come back on Season 50 as Survivor. My next pick is Carson. He was like the nerd of his season. He was really smart, he strategized really well, and I think he got robbed of his season. Don't get me wrong, I really appreciate and respect Jam Jam and that he won that season, but I personally think that Carson deserved it. I'd like him to come back just so he can get his redemption. And my last pick from Season 44 is Franny. She fits under that category of just tough women in the new era, and I think she'd be a great competitor. Next up is Season 45, and guys, this is my all-time favorite new era season. Literally half of my picks of people are from this season. My first picks from Season 45 kind of go hand in hand, and it's Austin and Dee. As we know, Austin and Dee worked incredibly well together on their season, but really similar to the Jesse and Cody situation, Dee kind of stabbed Austin in the back. I do think that Dee ended up costing Austin the game, and she did become the winner of that season. They did leave the show in a relationship, but over time I believe they broke things off, so it'd be really interesting to see them both come back and see what that would look like. My next pick is Emily. Emily debatedly had one of the biggest character developments we've ever seen in the new era. I'm gonna be honest, when she first came on, I couldn't stand her, but I think we can all agree that she kind of grew on us as time went on. And I think a lot of that is due to my next pick, Caleb. Caleb saw potential in Emily, and he was really honest with her about how she should go about the game. He really helped her navigate different situations. It was such a weird duo, but somehow it worked. And Caleb is somebody who honestly also needs to come back just for redemption. He is known for his iconic play of the shot in the dark that saved him when every single person on his tribe voted for him. My next pick is Mama Julie. I feel like it speaks for itself. She is a tough competitor, and despite her age, she came out and gave it her all on her season. My last pick from this season is Kelly. Kelly is just an iconic person from this season. I feel like I see TikTok edits of her all the time. I feel like she is known from being blindsided from her tribe. It's honestly just unforgettable. Next is Season 46, and this is my third favorite of the new era. It was really hard for me to narrow down picks from this season because there's so many people I would like to see return, but I ended up with 2, Charlie and Maria. I feel like I'm being messy with these picks, but once again, that was such a great duo who played so well together in their season. And yes, I do think that Maria did Charlie dirty. She did not vote for Charlie in the final tribal council, and that was a deciding vote on who was gonna win that season. Because of that vote, Charlie lost to Kinsey. I was happy that Kinsey won. She did an incredible job in her season, but my pick was Charlie. I'd like to see him come back, and as we know, when him and Maria left their season, there was a little bit of beef between them. So seeing them both come back for the same season would be very entertaining. And last is season 46. 7, and I would rank this at number 4, which fits perfectly because there are 4 people that I would like to see return. The first one is Sam. He made it really far in the game, and I honestly think that he mastered being able to have good relationships. I think he has the grit that it takes to be on this show. Next is Genevieve. A lot of people would label her as a new era villain. Genevieve was somebody who would do whatever it took to win, but then she would always regret her decisions later on. We really saw her struggle with almost like an internal conflict, and I would love to have her come back and see how she manages that. Next is Sierra. I just liked her personality, I like how she interacted with others, and I'd like to see her return. And my last pick for Survivor Season 50, probably one that everybody's gonna disagree with, is Andy. I know, hear me out. Andy was an absolute mess on his season, but he was somebody who really stirred the pot. I think it would be so entertaining to have him come back and to see if he learned from any of his past mistakes of being too cocky. I didn't realize how many iconic players from the new era we had until I really sat down and looked at them. All in all, it got me really excited for this season and to see who Survivor ends up picking. Let me know in the comments who you want to see on Survivor Season 50. And as always, I will be keeping up with updates and letting you know anything that I hear about the season. Thanks for watching.